Alright you guys, so if you want to convert a 10-speed bicycle into a single-speed bike, one of the first steps is taking off the 10-speed chain. And for that you really need some specialty tools. In fact, for this whole job, you really should be going to your local bike cooperative if you have one in your area, or starting your own, because there's some specialty bike tools that you're just not going to have around. So move in here, zip in here for a second so you can see what we're doing. This is called a chain breaker tool. These are like 30-something bucks. Park Tool makes the most standard one. It's fine quality. And what you do with this chain breaker tool is you actually stick it in this little slot right here, and you'll see that there's a pin. Basically, there's a pin right here, and then this thing is threaded. So now you're going to be pushing a pin of the chain out, and that'll let the chain loose. Especially on rusted chains, you want to be really careful that pin is lined up with the pin inside the chain. Otherwise, you're going to be bending the Park Tool. Alright, you see that pin coming out? And you just keep going until it pops. You don't got to be tricky about it. There it is. Boom. Now take it off the derailleur. However you got to do it. That's trash. You really don't want a rusty chain. Chains are cheap, especially on single speed bikes. Chains are your brakes oftentimes. You don't want to be messing around. You want to be using a brand new chain whenever you have to, or every 6 months, depending on your riding conditions. So we took the chain off. Another thing we could do is we could take the wheels off, but right now I want to focus on getting the derailleurs off. So this is a rear derailleur. This is a cable that moves this derailleur back and forth and changes gears on the friction shifter up on the handlebar. So the first thing you do with this is you get some snippers. Any snippers will do. These ones tend to snip really cleanly. These are bike snippers. You need to snip that chain. And while you're at it, you can snip the front derailleur chain too. This is the, hard to see. Hold on. This is the front derailleur chain right here. I'm going to snip this thing too. Alright. And then you got to look how your derailleur is attached. This rear derailleur is a hex head that's like 6 or 8 millimeter. 5 millimeter. I stand corrected. It just comes off. Boom. And because you very cleverly clipped that cable, you can pull it out like that. Otherwise, this thing would still be attached if you hadn't clipped the cable. That's junk. Now you have to look how your front derailleur is attached. This one happens to be attached with a bolt. You can see the bolt right here. A lot of them are the same hex head as the rear derailleur. This one's kind of funky. But anyway, you figure out how you're going to unclasp it. And this, on almost all derailleurs, this right here is like a clasp right here. So whatever joins that, if it's going to be a hex head bolt or a regular head bolt, you just unclip that and then it comes off. Adjustable wrench is your friend. Adjustable wrench, you can get away with a lot of different things on a bike, and that's a tool that most people have in their homes. So make sure that it's tight when you get adjustable wrench. Spin it around. Adjustable wrench is not as slick as a lot of tools, but it gets the job done most times. So I'm taking this bolt out for the front derailleur. Boom, and because I clipped the cable, I can pull it off. And you just see how that front derailleur clips around your seat tube, like that. Now that's gone. Junk. There it is. That's your shifting system that we just took off the bike. Now we're going to change out the wheel. I mean, there's a lot more things to do. We're still going to change out the wheels. We're going to make the crankset a single speed crankset. Maybe we'll put some new pedals on it and change around these handlebars and get all the shifting stuff and break stuff off of here. But that's the start.